Yuvati Mataji, everything okay? Volume is okay?
Yes, we check sound when Gurudev begin to speak.
Okay, I'm going away from the phone. Phone is really close to Guru Maharaj. Volume is full.
सभी का स्वागत है आज के जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा महोत्सव में और स्पेशल स्वागत करती है दामोदरदेश भक्ति निराशित स्वामी महाराज का. So just a brief introduction. Damodardesh.
No, please. Okay. Yes, please.
Okay, भक्ति निराशित स्वामी महाराज की Prabhupada ki. So Maharaj will give a small lecture. After that, we'll have the Jagannath Rath Yatra. आप सब लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा आगे आ जाए, जगह बहुत सारी बची हुई है, काफी लोग आने वाले हैं. माता जी मेरे राइट साइड पे और प्रभु जी लेफ्ट साइड पे, तो देन आप बिल्कुल आगे तक आ सकते हैं. तो प्रभु जी इस साइड आ जाए एंड माता जी तो राइट साइड पर थोड़ा थोड़ा आप आगे आ जाए. भी काफी लोग आने वाले हैं, तो फिर महाराज के लेक्चर के बीच में आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. प्लीज थोड़ा थोड़ा किसके हाथ प्लीज. हरे कृष्णा भक्ति विराट नरसिम्हा स्वामी महाराज की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय. महाराज आपका स्वागत है, वेलकम.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, text number 41. Shankaro Narakayaiva Kula Gyanam Kulasyacha Vatante Pisarohesham Lukta Pindodaka Kriya Sankara. Such unwanted children Narakaya make for hellish life. Eva certainly Kula Gyanam for those who are killers of the family. Kulasya for the family. Cha. Also. Patante. Fall down. Vitara. Forefathers. Two. Certainly. Asham. Of them. Lukta. Stop. Pinda. Of offerings of food. Udaka. And water. Kriya. Performances. Translation. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performance for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. According to the rules and regulations of fruit of actions, there is a need to offer periodically food and water to the forefathers of the family. This offering is performed by worship of Vishnu, because eating the remnant food offered to Vishnu can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Sometimes the forefathers may be suffering from various types of sinful reactions, and sometimes some of them cannot even acquire a gross material body and are forced to remain in subtle bodies as ghosts. Thus, when remnants of prasadam, food, are offered to forefathers by descendants, the forefathers are released from ghostly and other kinds of miserable life. Such help rendered to forefathers is a family tradition, and those who are not in devotional life are required to perform such rituals. One who is engaged in the devotional life is not required to perform such actions. Simply by performing devotional service, one can deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. It is stated in the Bhagavatam, 11th canto, Devashi Bhutapta Nrinam Pitrinam Napikaro Nayam Ridnicharajam Savatmanam Ya Sharanam Saramyam Gato Mukundam Pariritya Kartam. Anyone who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligation, and has taken to the path in all seriousness, owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, general living entities, family members, humankind, or forefathers. Such obligations are automatically fulfilled by performance of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Madhyana Timarandasya Dhyananjana Shaktakaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sapikam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupakanam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sahajatam Sahajana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Sadhibhutam Avichana Samikram Krishna Vetam Yadevam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahajana Lalita Shri Vishakanitam Syam Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatade Go Krishna Go Krishna Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanta Rangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sukhe Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauramani Pracharine Nirvisheshan Sujavadi Bhattacharya Satadevri Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Swami Gaurapada Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
हरे कृष्णा। सब लोगों को इंग्लिश आती है? किसी को हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन चाहिए? किसी को हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन चाहिए तो हाथ खड़ा करें। एक मिनट। तो पैरेलल करेंगे या कैसे? ठीक है, हम पैरेलल में टाइम लगेगा। आपको बढ़िया ना ठीक है, वो हिंदी का ट्रांसलेट माता जी किसने थे? माता जी चारों के नहीं माता जी है तो कुछ नहीं बेटा यानी का माता जी अच्छी नो इंग्लिश no माता जी yeah if you can please sit with माता जी वो आप कर लेंगे हाँ उनकी तरफ
We're hearing from this verse in the Bhagavad Gita, we're hearing about the responsibilities in family life. If one is not engaged in devotional service, then you have a duty to perform offering shraddha for the ceremony for the benefit of the forefathers, to relieve them from miserable conditions of life. Certainly it can happen that forefathers, they may have done some things, sure, not good, and they have to suffer in hellish life. They may, as Prabhupada said, they may not get to gross body. They may be in the ghostly body. So they can be, it's a duty of the descendants to do some things like offering food. And the food should be the food which is offered to Lord Vishnu. You offer them prasada, food and water, which has been offered to Vishnu. And in this way, you can relieve the forefathers from miserable conditions of life. They can get rid of, they can come out of the ghost body and be given a body. But Srila Prabhupada said, if you're engaged in devotional service, then you don't have to worry about that. If you engage in the devotional activities, then you're freed of all the different obligations. In the course of life, there are many obligations, not only to the forefathers, We have obligations to the great sages who have compiled so many scriptures for our benefit. And we have obligations to the country in which we're born in, because they provide education and they provide hospitals and medical care for us, things like that. So we have debts to the forefathers, debts to the sages, debts to the country, different, so many obligations are there. But if we have surrendered to the Supreme Lord, Mukunda, then we're no longer obliged to repay any, to repay any of these debts. Because simply by serving Lord Mukunda, all the debts and obligations are fulfilled. So this is the power of devotional service. If we worship the Lord, the Supreme Lord, Mukunda, or Krishna, then we're relieved of all the different debts and obligations which are there. Worshipping Lord Krishna is like watering the root of the tree, just like when you have a tree, you have a tulsi tree, you pour the water on the root of the tree. We don't put the water on the leaves or on the branches. We water the root. By watering the root, then all the leaves and branches are nourished. In the same way, we say, when we feed the stomach, when all the different parts of the body are given nourishment and strength, you just simply have to feed the stomach, and the energy is distributed to all the parts of the body. So in the same way, when we worship Lord Mukunda or Lord Krishna, then everyone is satisfied and everyone's relieved that they don't have to worry about any debts or obligations because they're doing service for the Supreme Lord Krishna. So this is the wonderful thing about devotional service, that one can really be relieved of all different debts and obligations to the community, to the society, simply by satisfying the Supreme Lord Krishna. Because Lord Krishna is in everyone's heart. So everyone is a part and parcel of Lord Krishna. And when we perform service for the pleasure of Lord Krishna, then everyone benefits. They may not know it, but it's actually a fact that because someone is doing service for Lord Krishna, so the benefit is going to everyone, every living entity, because they're all part and parcel of Lord Krishna. We don't have to serve individuals. We just need to serve the Supreme Lord. And by service to the Supreme Lord, everyone is satisfied. We see sometimes different groups are trying to help individuals. When someone is concerned, just like one time there was a drought in India. In South India, there was a drought. And one head of there was a fund set up to raise funds to help relieve the farmers, to help the farmers to provide water for the cows and like that because of the drought. So they asked Srila Prabhupada that he should also contribute for this. But Srila Prabhupada said, he explained to them, actually he said, the drought is caused because you're not serving Lord Krishna. If you would serve Lord Krishna, then you can solve all the problems of the world. it's not that you can just solve this one problem and there'll be no other problems. There will always be problems. And the solution to all the problems is Krishna consciousness. So it happened that Prabhupada went there to Hyderabad at the time of the drought. And the devotees all came there. And Srila Prabhupada had said that if you want rain, you have to do yajna. And when you do yajna, then the demigods will be pleased and you'll get rain. And then with rain, then you can get grass and you can feed the cows. So Prabhupada came there with the devotees in Hyderabad, and they had a big Pandal program, and they had a big kirtan. And that same night, there was a heavy rain. It had never rained for a few months, for months. The whole place was dry. And then they did the big kirtan, and the same night, the rain came. So it came in the newspapers how Hare Krishna had brought the rain. And the drought was ended. So this is the philosophy. You do yajna for the pleasure of Vishnu. Yajna by Vishnu. And then you satisfy everyone. So Sankirtan is performed in the same way. That when we do the chanting of the holy names, Sankirtan, it is done for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu. Sankirtan by Vishnu, for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu. Because Lord Vishnu is there in the heart of all living entities. Krishna, Vishnu, there's no real difference. Vishnu is the expansion of Lord Krishna. Vishnu is there in the heart of all living entities as a super soul, the Paramatma. And when we do the Sankirtan, then Lord Vishnu is pleased, and everyone actually can be benefited by the performance of Sankirtan. So this is the principle behind devotional service. Welfare activities are only superficially beneficial for people. Different welfare activities, welfare groups, they don't really solve the problems of the world. The real problem of the world is that people have forgotten the Supreme Lord. And it's that one Supreme Lord who's providing the needs of everyone. In fact, it is stated in the Vedas, in the Upanishads, which is the Vedic literature, it's stated there, Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam Eko Bahunam Yovedati Kaman. Amongst all eternal beings, there's one supreme eternal being. And amongst all conscious beings, there's one supreme conscious being. And that one supreme Lord is providing the needs of everyone. The one supreme Lord is providing the needs of everyone. This is the fact that whatever we actually need, it is provided by the Lord, by His grace. And we have to learn how to satisfy the Lord. And the Lord is most satisfied by the chanting of His holy names. In fact, Lord Krishna Himself said, Naham tishtani vaikunte yoginam hridayeshva Tishtani narada yatra gayanti adbhata. The Lord is saying, I am not in Vaikuntha, which is the spiritual world, and I'm not in the hearts of the yogis meditating on me, but I am wherever my devotees, like Narada, are chanting my holy name. The Lord is very pleased where there's chanting of His holy names. So This is the idea behind devotional service. Everyone can engage in this simple activity, chanting of the holy names. And it's very, very powerful, very beneficial. You can feel the purification which comes about just simply by chanting of the holy name. So we encourage all of you, join in this kirtan, join in the sankirtan, and you can chant anytime, any place, in any condition, whether you're purified or not. You don't even have to have bathed in order to chant the holy name. You know, something. One man told me his father would not let him read the Bhagavad Gita until he took bath. Then you have to bathe first, then you can read Bhagavad Gita. But chanting of the holy name can be done without that. Anybody can, even you have not bathed, you can chant the holy name. It's very powerful, very beneficial. And it brings spiritual energy, it awakens the spiritual energy, and it relieves us of all of the different debts and obligations which we have to others. In the course of our life, we've accrued many debts and obligations to others, our parents, our forefathers, our ancestors, our teachers, the statesmen, the leaders of the country. And we have so many debts and obligations, and they can all be relieved by the performance of yajna, performing sacrifice for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu or Lord Mukunda, as it was stated in the verse which we quoted. Yato Mukundam Parichakam. Simply by satisfying Mukunda. Who is Mukunda? Mukunda means one who gives liberation. This is the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Lord Sri Krishna. Mukunda is another name of Lord Krishna. So you can chant any name. We like to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught everyone chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Very easy and very sublime. Many wonderful melodies. Mataji was chanting for us tonight. We were hearing that Jagannath Astikam. Not everybody knows that. But Hare Krishna mantra, very easy. Only 3 words, right? Hare Krishna and Ram. So you chant the Maha Mantra and you can feel the awakening of the spiritual energy. We feel the removal of sinful reactions. You can feel the purification which comes about because we're associating with the Lord through His holy name. It is that Nam Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. The holy name of the Lord is Chintamani. It is like a wish-fulfilling touchstone. You know, if you get some diamonds, you'll value them very much, you know. So Chintamani is even more valuable than that. Because Chintamani can fulfill all the desires of your mind. The holy name can satisfy our material and spiritual desires. And we can associate with the holy name by chanting this Maha Mantra. And there's no initiation required. Everyone can chant. Everyone's able to take part. So this is the wonderful nature of the Sankirtan. And particularly at the time of Jagannath Rath Yatra, we will chant the holy name. We will do a lot of chanting. And you would see that if you were to go to Jagannath Puri tomorrow, which is the day of Rath Yatra, you'll see there's many people take part. Not everyone can go in the temple. Like I cannot go into the temple there in Puri. I'm not born in a Hindu family. You know, if they see me, they'll immediately not let me in. You know? So, but I can take part in Rath Yatra. Jagannath comes out of the temple and he comes on the chariot. And everyone, many people come. Muslims also come. There are many great Muslim saints who come, who also take part in the Rath Yatra. So it's very wonderful Rath Yatra festival. Everyone can take part and get the blessings of Lord Jagannath. Okay. All right, and the Kishore. So we can finish it.
Any question?
Anybody has any question, any comment? Are we still able to do kirtan? We better pick up the carpets and he's going to do that.
Any question, any comments? Right. Bhakti Nrsimha Swami Maharaj ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Father, in praise layout, Bhavan. प्रभु आप कितने तुम्हारे आप स्टार्ट करिए या कोई और डिस्कस करें सवाल में
Hare Krishna. First Mataji's and kids.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी हरे कृष्णा माता जी हरे कृष्णा
You cannot turn the runs so easily. So you will have to, while one round finishes, you have to just lift it up and then turn the run. So please be cooperative.